Hello and welcome back to episode 5 of The Outer Worlds. I'm Vic and you're watching yet another Let's Play channel. So let's get to it. Is this the same room I was in? Yeah, it is. I killed that guy and I came from over there. Alright, so definitely I like the plasma gun for the Alpha Strike. Solid first hit. Worth it. But once combat has entered, I think I'm better off switching to something else. So I might have to experiment with that tactic a little bit. I just want to make sure that I'm not leaving any goodies behind. What's going on down here? Well, let's finish exploring this level before we go down. Oh, that goes outside. I don't care about outside. Alrighty. Downstairs it is. There's critters down here. Geothermal security chief's key card? Well, where are you? Also, in case it wasn't obvious from the stuff that we read in the last episode, Stimulotion. Sounds like something you buy for a night flying solo, you know what I mean? The company took out an insurance policy and then sent the team in to sabotage the mechanicals and commit insurance fraud. Chester Higgins again, that hullhead, found him fiddling around with one of the mechanicals, so I had to write him up for tampering with company property. Just in case I'm reading this in a couple of days and feeling bad for what I've done, let me just remind myself that I've warned him before. He's always been a little crooked in the skull. He was working on some logic module. I confiscated it. Should be in my lockaway room for the foreseeable future. I want it. Doesn't sit right with me. The company's been replacing our guards with auto mechanicals. At this rate, I'm going to end up with a chief of security with no staff. Just a small army of mechanicals knocking about, guns pointed every which way. Company tells us they're safe, programmed to treat us humans like their own. People are liable to break down, but an automechanical never will. Worst has happened, mechanical's gone crazy, locked myself down here, just trying to gather my courage. Gonna make a mad dash for the control room. Might be able to shut things down. Will delete this entry if I ever return. Greetings, Security Chief. This is an automated message initiated by Spacer's Choice Worker Safety Contingency Protocols. A security lockdown has been initiated. This is not a test. Your behavior during this lockdown will be reviewed during your quarterly audit. Anxiety is a common side effect of life-threatening situations engendered by security lockdowns. Fight back against anxiety with an ice-cold bottle of Zero-G brew. Yeah. Okay. One of these days, I might learn to stop hitting escape when I mean quit. One of these days. So is this the place where I'm going to do the thing?
Not even a scratch. Woohoo!
Yeah, he actually didn't hit me. I'm using the charge shot under the theory that it's more ammo efficient, but I should probably look into that at some point. Oh, reduced to ash. Another feature I'm familiar with from Fallout. In one of the Fallout games, I actually installed a mod to stop disintegrations because, I mean, what's the point of having a bunch of nude mods if you can't leave all the corpses to be newt, you know what I mean? Turning him into ash is counterproductive. There's a light back there. I can't even see the source. Oh.
Coming. Nice one. Doing all right?
Alright. So it's not more ammo efficient, is it? It just uses up a bunch of shots all at once. Which is nice because it delivers a bunch of damage all at once, but how nice exactly? What do we got here? Good, we got magma flowing. Hang on. No, that doesn't make sense. I was going to say, is there an option where we just supply power to everyone? But everyone already has power. That's not the problem that we're trying to solve. Geothermal Security Chief's keycard. Thank you very much. That's just a regular one. We need Chester's passcode, huh? Huh. That must be residual from the final fight.
No, just leave me alone.
Excuse me? There's a survivor in there? We'll come back to that later. I want to know what this keycard gets me. Thank you. This way? Yeah. And then this door. Sweet. It's the lockup. Corrupted logic module. Shock cannon. Are you posing, Parvati? Borrowed a copy of Young Spacer's Guide. I think it's through. I need something to read down in the pit. So what is this? Repair bay. Corporate just sent a team of technicians to conduct a complete refit of all our mechanicals. Every Centurion drone. It's not my place to say so. But doesn't this run contrary to Spacer's Choice mission of being as cheap as possible? Just in case I'm audited, I would like to formally express how grateful I am to be part of the Spacer's Choice family. Spacer's Choice is the leading brand in affordable sundry across Halcyon. It's not the best choice, it's the Spacer's Choice. Just finished a routine maintenance on our mechanical sentries. I found some strange modifications to their logic modules. I haven't had time to run a diagnostic, so I don't know what's been modified. All I know is that these modifications were introduced in our recent refit. The company went through the trouble of refitting every single mechanical in the plant not long ago, guessing this was the work of those visiting technicians. I filed a report, but my supervisor told me not to worry about it, said the company knew what it was doing, ordered me to forget about any alleged modifications to the logic modules. Decided to do a bit of sleuthing by my own self. Got my hands on a logic module. Decided to do a little experimentation. I feel like I ought to be able to, you know, do something with the module that I found. Hey, little critter. Oh, we've already been here. So, downstairs now? I still don't have Chester's passcode. Can't interact with that one. Yep, downstairs it is.
Phantom?
Phantom? I hear person. I don't see person. Is he talking to me? I want to check door before I go down.
Get away!
Gosh, that's
Give me the goodies. Workbench. Do I have any modifies that I can actually install? Magnum, mag to power. Bullets explode into plasma. Why would I install that on this? Gyrosight. Alright, so I would like to that one. Does this already have? It already has extendo sight. Alright, we'll stick with that one. I think that assault rifle will do Magnum. Unless you are an engineering virtuoso. Cannot be removed. Nice. Do I want to attach the mag to power to something? Can I put it on a pistol? I can. Do I want to? Well, let's try it. Plasma pistol. I think it's the same DPS as before. Do I need to repair stuff? 94, 95, 82. That one's not equipped. Don't repair it if it's not equipped.
mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
But will I die? Oh. Leveling up is made to be a big deal.
Processing data.
Let's try out our plasma pistol.
Security patrol.
Incoming!
Initial.
Get past that armor!
There's a lot of guys in there. Alright, that's... overrun. Come on. Oh, boo. There's a lot of guys in there. How much of that do I have to redo? Not very. Okay. More than I thought. Damn it. I mean, still not a lot, but... Okay, so I do want to do the magazine bigger one. Yes. I'm going to skip the other one. Do I have armor mods? More armor points? Why not? Actually, I'm going to save it. And we'll go ahead and not do that. We'll do that. Alright. I skipped the...
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Skipped the mod for the pistol, but...
Acquired in nearby automag.
Smart.
Okay. Now, what was that steam cutting me off from? A terminal. Oh goody, now I can walk through that place that I was able to bypass. I guess shorter routes are gooder routes. This place is quite large.
Got it? Inside voices.
You should always use your inside voice. Alright, so we're back to here. Did I miss stuff? Did I miss stuff upstairs? I think I missed stuff upstairs. Yeah, I totally did, because I didn't go through the door that killed me last time. Thought I was being cute closing the door. Oh, you got a hammer. I'm pretty sure there's more guys. I don't think there were... How many did we get? We got 3 or 4. I thought maybe there were more. But we're not getting our faces melted, so maybe we're alright.
System.
Just kidding. There's...
Searching for
Here they come!
I think I hit my friend. Fortunately, she doesn't seem too bothered about it. Am I going to have to worry about my companions getting killed in this game? I feel like in some of them, in some of the Bethesda ones, they've been unkillable and sometimes they haven't been. And I'm not a fan of the killable companions. What else have we got? I don't even know why I'm doing this. I'm just, there's a switch, so I hit it. So don't go thinking that you've, like, missed out on something. Metallicist gel? Okay. And then we got this one over here. Great. I've been down there, right? I think I've been down there. I'm lost, Parvati. It is Parvati. Alright, let's go to the beacon. No, let's not go to the beacon. Oh, I can't unturn the switch, so I guess I better hope that's the right thing to be doing. Let's go find the guy. Who do you suppose Phantom is? More downstairs, and goodies. 8 whole monies. Alright. Fine. There he is. Higgins. What's your deal, buddy?
You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot. Scram.
I don't think I'm going to say that.
You can talk? The Phantoms never talked before. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting. Of course. Do excuse me. I experience brief flashes of mania during which I am visited by the phantoms of my imagination. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
Good. I think you have a passcode that I want.
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
You were an engineer?
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
If you worked on them, you must know a way to stop them.
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
I can deal with mechanicals.
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
Someone tampered with the logic module.
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering.
No.
There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you.
I wanted to ask you
The tail.
something.
Definitely start with the tail. If you're feeling adventurous, the ears are a particular delicacy.
Gross. But I think that's an answer to how have you been surviving all this time.
Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides.
This place looks like it's been abandoned for a while.
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium.
And you weren't killed?
I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out.
What a tragedy. I should go. Am I encumbered? I'm encumbered. I'm just going to live with it for now. We're going to go upstairs and we're going to fiddle with the mechanicals. And then we'll see how we're doing. Doop-dee-doop-dee-doop-dee-doop. At least encumbrance isn't as much of a hindrance as it's been in some games in the past. I'm level 4. I can pick up a perk. I'll deal with the skill points later. I can pick up a perk. Yeah. Now I'm not encumbered anymore. Alright. So, where was that door? It's up here. Is this what I'm thinking of? Yes, it is. Modify behavior. Select new mode. Mandated to remain in guard mode. Select new target. Define intruders. Spacer's Choice Auto Mechanicals. Enjoy. I'm not sure there are very many left, but now they're all reprogrammed. I wonder if the dungeon will respawn. Maybe I can come back and find them all killing each other at some point in the future. Where is the beacon? There it is.
Once we do this, there's no going back. Excuse me, ma'am. Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
I wouldn't mind hearing
I
your
don't think you
opinion.
should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished. Well, that sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way.
The deserters are a community.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow, she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
What, you mean as opposed to the indifferent kind of hatred that the town taskmaster offers? I don't know. The personal or the impersonal? Which is the better choice?
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
Don't worry about it. I was barely listening to you. I like hearing from you.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
So here's the thing. Somebody's got to get their power shut off. And I really wish I knew the story of why that lady decided to leave the town and start taking in deserters. Well, look at all that blood. Can I follow that? Does that go somewhere? I don't think it does. I have changed my mind. Have I? I think maybe I want to preserve the town. Not because I think Reed has the right of it, but rather because I think the town... Oh, is that what led to all that blood? I think the town might be more useful to me in the long run. So, yeah, so I guess I have changed my mind. It's back to being the amoral mercenary. Plant status. Structural damage detected. Redirect power. High likelihood of moderate to severe structural damage. Redirecting power is irreversible. I'm reminded of the part in New Vegas where you can go to the solar tower and either direct power to a nearby community or direct it to a satellite weapon that lets you shoot a laser beam from space. I'm not being offered an obvious choice of that kind. It's just, which community am I going to preserve? But yeah, the town is going to be more useful to me. There you go, Parvati.
I think you did the rightest thing you could sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of people would have suffered otherwise. People I care for. Even if they don't care much for me.
I noticed you mention your dad a lot, but never your mother.
That's on account of how I never met her.
You mean she's dead?
I don't rightly know. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
That's a hell of a contract. Is that normal?
I don't know about normal. Dad said she worked under some kind of special contract. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers.
Thomas seemed very fond of you. He's gonna hate you now.
He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. Like a puppy, kinda.
Are you sure? He nearly fell over when he saw
Never
you.
told me a word to that effect. And since he didn't, I didn't have to say nothing about feeling different. And nothing had to get weird. If he wants to learn about engineering, we should help him get those data pads he wants. I'd like to do that for him.
You mentioned something earlier that I wanted to ask you about.
You mean about the mission being too clean?
Isn't it supposed to be clean?
I know, but Vickers says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vickers sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass.
It's an interesting way of looking at the world.
The Vickers about the only soul in the Vale who spends his time thinking on what is and ain't right. It's just that when he looks at me, I feel I'd disappoint him.
Why aren't you allowed in Moreau's store anymore?
There was a kind of a thing, the vending machine, when I was 12.
People around here are short on forgiveness. Did you steal from it or something?
Not intentionally. I've always been good with my hands, right? So I saw a lock on the machine and thought, oh, this must be how they refill it. But I had to know. So I did my thing, and next thing I know, there's a couple hundred bottles of Zero G rolling out the front door and into the road. It's not funny. Right about then, a bunch of loaders came rolling in the gate, fresh off the Saltuna ships. And Mr. Thompson was up on the porch making a speech about how everyone would have to volunteer a third shift to get it all canned. Anyhow, you ever seen an auto loader run over a bottle of Zero G?
Go on.
Exploded all over Mr. Thompson. One bottle after another as the loaders went by. I was just shy of working age, so Dad had to pay all the damages. Moreau's still angry at me. I can laugh about it now, but I just about puked up my guts in terror in the moment. That's the one time I ever made Mr. Thompson look a fool.
Let's get back to it. And by back to it, I mean to another episode, because we're all out of time for what I hope is episode 5. Come back and see me again next time for something new, because I'm about to go to town and sell a bunch of stuff and maybe shoot a few spare Marauders here and there. Talk to you soon.